Okay, hi Austin. So this is, I'm going to give you some lessons in Billy's bounce. We're going to start with the melody, which is what you should always start with on a jazz tune. And then we'll progress and we'll talk about the chord stuff that he's asking for. I assume he's asking you to comp. He said play the changes, which can also mean solo, so we may probably dig into soloing as well. But he definitely wants you to comp because that's what he's going to want to see and know that you can do. Comping means playing the chords. So, all right, so I realize that the lack of dots can make this guitar tricky to follow. So I'll just tell you that right here I've got my 10th fret. And a lot of my playing is kind of based around my 10th position, meaning my first finger's over the 10th fret, and I'm more or less in this area. There's a little back and forth, but that's pretty much it. You can see the double dots for the 12th right there. All right, so this is in the tune. This tune is in the key of F. So right here on the middle two strings on the 10th fret, we have C, F, okay? And a lot of it bases around that. All right, another important thing, picking. And we've done some alternate picking, but we haven't really gotten super meticulous about like jazz approach. So the thing with alternate picking in jazz, in my opinion, not everybody agrees with me on this, but you down pick with the downbeat, you up pick with the upbeat. Up picks are always going to sound different than down picks. There's a lot of heavy accents on the up picks, so you're really kind of yanking those up picks a lot of times. And a lot of times I'm sliding or hammering on or pulling off the downbeat, meaning that I'm going up pick, slide, up pick, hammer on, up pick, slide, up pick, pull off. It's a lot of up, up, up with pull offs and hammer on so that I get a really exaggerated accent on the upbeats, which is what you want for bebop and any modern jazz. That being said, it's a little late to like build Noah's Ark here. So, I think do what you need to do to get the thing to come out and sound more or less correct. He's not expecting you to come out and be Joe Pass here or Pat Martino or Wes Montgomery. So, all right. So, one other thing. The lead sheet that that the teacher shared was from the Aebersold books, and it's missing one of the little 16th note triplets, which is okay because those are hard to play. But there's another one that's in it, and I think we're probably going to skip it because I think you can get the melody to sound right as the melody better without that 16th note triplet than you can trying to catch it correctly. So I'll demonstrate both, but I think I'm going to teach it to you without that. All right, let's dig into this because I'm already talking too much. All right, so we start here on 10 on the 4th string, okay? And what I do is I up pick, slide, and then I move my hand back up and I up pick that note again. Okay, and then I'm going to down pick the F on the 3rd string, 10th fret. So I go, okay, and then pinky, first finger on the 2nd string, okay, so it's, and then I come down through the 10th fret to the 12th fret, my 3rd finger, and then this phrase which repeats a lot where we go 10, 12, 10, 10, 12, 10, okay, and then 10, 12, and 13 with my pinky, 10 with my 1st finger. This is where the triplet would be, but they discard it. And it's 10, 12, 10, 12, 10. Okay? So far we've got... I added the triplet in there, sorry. It's hard for me to avoid. I've been playing this song for a long time. All right. So we ended with 10, 12, 10, 10. All right. That brings us, I think, to the 2nd line, if memory serves, the way it's laid out. And we start up here on the 2nd string. 1st finger, 2nd finger, and then 1st finger on the 3rd string. Now what I do, there's a little pause here, and I reach back with my 1st finger. I like to catch the note here. I don't know if you could catch it either place or you could catch it here. Okay? But this is just how I've always done it. So I go, this is a 9, 11. Okay? Now it does this little phrase, which I also often do differently, but I would do middle finger on 11 and pinky. I wonder... Yeah, you probably would find that easier. So after this 9, 10, 9, 11 rather, we're going to go with first finger here on the 11th fret, then third finger on 13, and then 13, 11 on the top string, and then 13, 13, kind of roll it and jump it like that. All right, now this next phrase is where I break a little bit on fingers. So I go third finger on 12, second finger on 12 on the third string, and then I reach back with my first finger. That's a big stretch, but you can kind of jump it if you want. And then I middle finger on 11 and third finger on 11. So it's, okay, then I reach back. I'm out of position now, but all right. Here comes probably the hardest part on a guitar. The phrase is, okay, you're going 15 with your pinky and quick hammer on and double pull off. Okay, down to 10, and that's 14. So it's 15, 14, and then pull off to 10, 11, 10. That's playable. It's doable. But in a short period of time, you could also, if you're learning this, you don't have a lot of time to learn it, you could go, the general melodic contour is the same, so I think you get away with that. I think it sounds all right. So that's 15 with my pinky, third finger on 14, first finger all the way back on 10, and then 11, 10. Okay? Then pinky on 13, and then you play that again. It's 13, 12, 12, 10, 10, 13, and then we end with that phrase that I said gets repeated. 10, 12, 10, 10, 12, 10. Okay? So the whole thing is going to be, well, I'm not going to re-record this because I've gone on too long already and I kind of blew that melody. But you get the idea. Start working on it. I'll send you the tab.